Hello, testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello. I hope tonight finds everyone well. I return. I hope that the chat monitoring is still working the way I hope it did. Nice to know Apple still doesn't work right. Where? Let's try that for chat, please. So yes, it's been a while. I had to deal with family. I had to deal with surgery. Many things have happened. To be discussed some, maybe. Okay, I think Caster Labs. Oh, I think Caster Labs server is down. That's why we don't have chat. Darn it. I don't know that I have a good backup plan. Well, it wouldn't be one of my streams if things actually worked, wouldn't it? Oh, boy. First stream back and we don't have chat on screen. Which, admittedly, a lot of streamers don't have chat on screen, but yeah. Should have at least gotten a scene together for that. Hold up. If that's not working, then where is my manual lemons number? Why does that not show? Well, let's go back to the main video and see what is and isn't broken here. Oh, there's the lemons. Okay. I don't know why that didn't show in the other one, but sure. Right, I need to come up with a better backup chat plan. I had planned on doing switching over to Beam from Caster Labs. Unfortunately, with Beam, it's all or nothing. So it will get all the repeats, all the notices, everything. If I use the Beam chat, I don't yet have a good public chat pop outs set up to add as the Beam chat. So that's something I need to work on. Obviously, with the surgery recovery, I did not have a lot of time to actually work on anything. And I keep saying I'm going to do stuff while I'm away, and then I don't do stuff because I just don't have the time, ability, whatever to do stuff. But it is good to be back. Even problems and all, I'm good. I'm glad to be back. Let's see. Move you over there. Which, okay, so we're going to get this out of the way. I'm going to give you a basic version of an explanation. Then I'm going to let people of the surgery. Then people who do not wish to hear the squicky details of the surgery can leave and go watch the first Solstice-5 video. Okay? Then, by the time you're done watching, we should be past the surgery part, the squicky parts of everything, and either onto the reaction or just talking about something else. So that's the plan. The non-squicky part is basically, I have had my glasses installed into my eyes. I've done this for a variety of reasons, not just cosmetic or convenience. I have, my glasses have been becoming a problem for me. And the side effects of having my glasses have become a problem for me. And I am not a candidate for LASIK or PRK, which are the two laser-based answers that most people turn to when it comes to any kind of ocular surgery. I am not a candidate for those. And this, which is called ICL surgery, implanted collamer lens, is not very well known, but is an option for people who can't get those or have problems that those can't solve. So that is the basic non-squiggly explanation. You do that and you have your glasses put into your eyes. With that said, the people who do not want to hear the details about all of this, you can go. I will start with stuff that's still somewhat not squicky and then move into the squicky stuff to give a little bit more time, but that is the basic version. I did want to tell people about that because it's not a very well-known surgery, and I think that it can help a lot of people, so I want to help spread the word a little bit more that it exists as an extra alternative. So the problems I'm having aren't just, oh no, boo-hoo, I have to wear glasses. I'm actually pretty close to legally blind. Like, I'm over 2300. I think I'm 2380, and 2400 is the legal blindness level. And so my eyes are bad, and I have an astigmatism. And the astigmatism is causing problems, not just in terms of, oh, I need directionalized glasses because the up-down distortion is different than the left-right. This causes the starbursts and streaks from lights at night. A lot of people have this, even people that don't otherwise need glasses. You're not actually supposed to have this. That's actually not considered normal, healthy eyes. So anyone who has that but doesn't need glasses, you might want to ask. Anyways, mine was starting to get to the point where it's actually affecting my ability to see at night, particularly to drive safely at night, which is ironic, but we'll get back to that. So that's a problem. Plus, there's just the size, weight, and expense of keeping up with my glasses, which ICL surgery is not cheap, so there's some irony in me having issues with the expense, but yeah. My glasses are so thick and so heavy that even paying extra money for special lenses that are thinner, they are still so thick and heavy that it is contributing to other problems. I am having issues with headaches because of all this weight pressure on my head. I've had headache problems for a long time, and we're realizing this is part of the issue, is the pressure on my face and head. Even when I use the glasses are constantly wanting to slip down, which moves them out of the ideal position on my face because of the weight. And then even when I wear a strap, it gets so tight because the glasses are still shifting down, even with the strap, and they're just yanking on the strap and causing all that pressure behind me. And when you're not looking through glasses where you're supposed to be looking through them, even though you may be able to see, that is still putting more strain on your eyes. That contributes to headaches. That wears out your eyes faster. It's an ongoing problem. I actually had been developing a number of stress-related muscle twitches in the muscles around my eyes just from the amount of work that my eyes, the focusing muscles, had to do. So that's not good. And I had a whole spiel, and I'm already kind of running out of steam because I'm very tired. But basically, even though the glasses correct my vision, they are causing lots of other problems. And I was started looking around to say, okay, is there an answer? Is there something I can do to deal with this? Because oh right, and another big thing that should be pointed out is my actual vision has not really gotten worse much at all in recent years. But I still need new glasses because the lenses are so heavy and so thick that their weight and size are actually wear out, cause so much stress on the frames that they destroy the frames slowly. I'm constantly having to maintain them, to screw screws back in. Oh no, the thread is stripped. I have to get one of those oversized screws that eat through the metal in order to try to clamp it back down. Um, Different parts of the frame, because they're not all solid pieces, begin to delaminate, and I have to glue them together or tie them together. It goes on and on and on. And of course, I can't just buy the same frame and put the lenses in. I have to get the lenses too, because the assholes that run the glasses companies know what they're doing and discontinue frames and lens shapes. So you have to buy the whole new package. Either that, or since insurance will only partially pay for a single frame, you have to buy multiple frames and multiple lenses at the same time for full price. So, yeah. And here's a fun one. Light actually causes the degeneration in my eyes. That means I need to wear glasses outside. That means wide-brimmed hats. That means a lot of protecting my eyes. Oh no, but I need the full covering glasses, not just clip-on glasses in front of my lenses. Oh, that's a whole new set of prescription sports glasses that are more expensive, which still suffer the same problems as the regular glasses. But if I don't do it, my eyes will get worse faster. So, I'm looking for a different, better answer. And I realized the irony that the first thing I said when I'm looking at this, at the fact that I have all these problems, is, you know what? Light caused all this. I'm going to point a laser into my eye to try to fix it. Surely that's a good idea, right? Um, Here's where we start to get into the squickier stuff in earnest. That is not good. That does not work. For LASIK, the doctor basically said that if I were to get LASIK, I would be blind because they would have just bored a hole through my eye before they would have actually reshaped enough for me to see remotely clearly. The alternative is PRK, which would have technically worked, but I would have lost all ability to see color by the time that I had gotten my vision back. So neither of these laser-based options are an option. But going back to the glasses real quick, just for even more headaches and problems, literally. Because of the astigmatism, I need to get the anti-glare coatings. The anti-glare coatings are great when they work. Unfortunately, they are dirt magnets, and any little bit of dirt not only makes it harder to focus, because I've now got all these new dirt shapes and so on in front of my face, which are happening constantly, but it makes the astigmatism worse, which makes seeing worse, which means that they go from helping make it a little safer to drive at night to making it even more dangerous. So, again, the answer ends up being implanted Collamer lenses, glasses in the eyes, which the best way I can describe the surgery is reverse cataract surgery. The cataract surgery, they open the eye, they take something out, and they close the eye. And this is a well-known, and this is literally a 3,000-year-old medical technique. People have been doing this since ancient times, which is wild to think about. So, the surgery is supposed to be really, really safe. And I think that surgery actually is really, really safe. Not just supposed to be. This time, instead, they open the eye, they put the lens in, and then they close the eye. So it's a very direct... It is what it says. It is a lens that they implant in the eye. I do not take well to anesthetics. I have been dealing with side effects for weeks now. I will say this. For the surgery, it was very, very good. I was out and then I woke up. But man, do I hate the healing process and the ongoing side effects from the anesthetics. I do not like this. Right now I have like no night vision. When in a room that isn't ideally lit, my eyes have trouble focusing. Outside at night, my eyes will not focus, period. So I cannot drive at night, period. There is no driving at night right now for me, which is frustrating. They say it will get better. I really hope it does get better. Part of the problem is it's a surgery. It's a true surgery. They have to take you into a full clean room and go through the whole process. So because of that trauma that is being done to the eyes, it does have an extended process. The muscles are even more worn out, so those muscle twitches that I had going in are even worse right now, and all over the place. I'm twitching in new eye muscles I didn't know I had. I keep getting terrified that a lens has shifted, which is something that can theoretically happen, but though it is extremely rare, just because the eye unfocuses and I start getting double vision. But it goes away when I focus, so I'm assuming that it's just because the muscles are unevenly tired. So that's not fun. The eye drops, it's probably me, but the medical eye drops that I have to take hurt. And I do, and it gets harder and harder to put them in because I'm actively stinging my eye really, really, really badly whenever I put them in, and it drives me nuts. And this is like, oh good, I'm at this for 4 months. So yeah, we're starting with just a long list of complaints right now. But that is the whole healing process, and I don't even get the benefit of waking up and being able to see, because probably as a combination of the fatigue and still not having the anesthetics completely out of my system, when I will be completely awake and my eyes are still not open and focusing. And I hate it. It is an extended process to get my eyes open and focusing, and then I got to put the eye drops in, and then I still can't see for another 10 minutes. It is a whole thing for a recovery process, but at present, I don't need to wear glasses. And while my eyes are hurting a lot, my head is not. And it does at least appear, though obviously I'm not in a great position to judge, but it does at least appear for the moment that the astigmatism correction in the lenses, because I didn't have a normal ICL implanted. The ICLs are modified, and one of the modifications is an aggressive astigmatism correction, does appear to be working. Now, I do get some haloing off of lights, which is the result of the light actually reflecting off of the lens in my eye, which there's nothing you can do about it. But I can live with that. I can live with having little shining bits in my vision that are just the result of light reflecting off the glasses in my eyes. That is way better than big streaks that cover a lot of my vision. And so that is the implanted Collamer lens ramble and rant, and what I have done and what I will be recovering from for a while. And we will have to see how I do tonight with streaming, because I'm going into this already very, very, very tired. It is about as minor as a surgery as you can get, but it is still a surgery, and it is still a process. So, and my eyes unfocus at the drop of a hat, even in ideal light. Just in ideal light, I can get them to focus. In not ideal light, that can be a problem with focusing. But things are, I'm hoping that things are going to go well. They certainly seem to be promising. Excuse me. I am looking to think that, you know, they always say, was it worth it? I do think I have passed the point of being able to say, yes, it was worth it. I am glad I did this. I do think I have reached that point. So, positive, but very slow process. Again, compared to LASIK or PRK, where you basically walk in, they zap your eyes, give you a medicated contact, and send you on your way home. This is not that. So, with all of that said, I think that's the surgery update and rant and ramble and what I've been doing there, done and out of the way. If you have questions, I will do my best to answer them. But for now, I think moving on. So, what are we planning tonight? Well, I scrubbed a ramble that I was going to do because I don't want to turn it into something else. I was gonna I had an argument over well, I don't know if I want to get into it now. Well, screw it. I had an argument with someone over Social Security, and I wanted to sort of just create a video to be able to illustrate things, but then people started talking about it, and it's like, come on. So, if people are curious, maybe we'll still go into it, but it's not, it is not intended to be from the political angle of the discussion of Social Security. That is not my intent. So that's all, but I'll put that out there and let people decide if they still want to hear what I have to say or not. Don't get in arguments. I know, that's the problem. It's like, I do not need to be increasing the pressure on things, because increased blood pressure means increased eye pressure, and my eyes were open just a little bit ago. But here we are. I'm a terrible patient. Anyways, with that said, moving along, just some stuff. Everyone point and laugh at Assassin's Creed Shadows, which has absolutely terrible numbers, and it's turned out already, like a day after it released, that Ubisoft is stuffing the numbers and reviews. So they're not even real. So let us all point at laugh at Ubisoft. I can't wait for more details to come out about that. On the happier news, though, Star Citizen has released a couple things. I have not had a chance to get into it for obvious reasons, but I have partially watched, partially listened to videos on it. One, they put the sandworms, the baby ones, but still the sandworms, into the game and didn't tell anyone, which is how I said they should do it. That's how I said they should do it. Don't tell anyone when it's coming. We know it's coming. Just drop it and watch what happens. And that's exactly what they did, and it makes me very, very happy. So far, people have only seen the baby ones, which are still huge. But we have the adult ones and the Apex ones coming, or maybe they're in the game and people just haven't found them yet. But we know the baby ones for sure are around, and I am so happy that they chose to. They've done that with other things. They've done that with a bunch of other things in the past where they just sort of drop something without telling people and are like, no, no, they'll find it eventually, and sure enough they did. Mostly by landing looking for resources and getting eaten. I approve. So, that is very, very cool, and I do look forward to jumping back into Star Citizen for that reason. They also did some other stuff that they have been begged for forever, which is connecting more guns to pilot seats in ships, including, I can't believe this, I am blown away that they did this, including connecting the remote turret on the Carrack to the pilot seat. That only gives the pilot 2 size 4 guns. But I never said the ship needs to be combat effective. I just don't want it to be helpless. This is what I want, because NPCs on their own can be a legitimate threat to a ship that's just trying to move along, when you have to get out of the pilot seat, run to a gun station, and try to defend yourself in a now stationary vessel. Just a basic ability to fire is a huge deal for a ship, especially if you're using it as like a mobile base or mobile home. And like, I'm not thinking, oh, I'm going to get a Carrack and I'm going to go out and I'm going to do level 4 bounties or whatever. No. I just don't want to be totally helpless unless I have people that I'm playing with me at the same time. If you have 4 friends to man the 4 gun turrets, then it becomes a pretty good warship. But if you don't, now it's not just, well, I guess I'll die now. So, thank you, Star Citizen. I need to check it out. The Carrack may now become my go-to base ship. We've had and talked about, obviously, the Polaris, which ticks many boxes, but it is more ship than I want in a personal base ship by far. The Polaris is awesome and amazing, and I do love it for what it is. As a personal base ship, it is more ship than I am really willing to manage on a long-term basis. The Carrack may now be just over that line to be what I'm looking for and what I need and what I desire out of a base ship. It's still a lot of ship, but it's like half of a Polaris. So that is very, very cool. And finally, the last thing that I am going to talk about, there's a ton of other Star Citizen things, but this is the one I am super excited about. The Atlas Geo, which is powered armor. It is intended to be utility powered armor. It's a mining mech suit, basically. But it has jump jets, which we have been begging the dev team for years. It's a space flight game. We need jump jets, jetpacks, something other than the little thrusters we use out in space. And We have them. People are already doing Titan falls out of cargo bays, just jumping out and using them to control their descent down through reentry. I have not yet seen, but need to see, people putting them on the double cargo sleds, cargo runners of the Star Lancer, and deploying as a mass drop. I need to see this. Um, that's what I want. But it makes the Atlas Geo so good because of the sheer level of mobility that this gives you, as well as the fact that it's, even though it's not a combat mech, it does have a mining laser, which is very short range, but it's still a laser. So, shoo, shoo, shoo. So you can still walk up and just sort of bore holes through enemies. So even though it won't be the most combat effective mech in the planet, it is also currently the only combat effective mech on the planet. I am absolutely getting one just because of the boon that it will be to exploration. Like, not even for the mining or the combat, though obviously for the mining and the combat too, but just for the ground exploration options that you get from having jump jets. Um, we've had hover bikes, but the hover bikes are often a pain to use. The hover bikes aren't great. They can be if you get lucky and know what you're doing, but they're not great. This is something that will allow you to at least run a little faster over long distances, which has actually been a little bit of a problem with the Atlas. Um, because the Atlas has largely been a cargo bay, cargo dock platform because it was just the load lifter variant. So even though it actually has good straight line running capability, you can't really, it needs time to build up to that speed, and you don't have the room or reason to do that. And then the original Atlas doesn't have jump jets, which makes it pointless for exploration. Um, now you have now you have something that has the jump jets that make it good for mobility over terrain, and you have a reason to use it in a space where you will be able to move in a straight line long enough to actually take it from its very slow, stompy walk into its actual run cycle and make use of that. So this is a net win for everyone, as far as I'm concerned. Up to approves the loaders. They look like the ones from Aliens. They do. The Atlas is 100% just an Alien shout out, and I'm here for it. So I am super excited about that. I am really looking forward to playing with it. I have not yet. I'm probably going to wait for it to go to the live build before I jump back in. Maybe I'll jump in and try to get, build up some money or something. We'll have to see. But generally speaking, this is on the test server. I am not often willing to put up with the problems of the test servers, so I like to try to wait until stuff actually comes out live. But I'm super excited for that. Think about this setup. Take the Karak, pick some. I need to double check what fighters fit in the top. I know that the Avenger doesn't, which makes me a little sad because as much as I'm sick of the Avenger being the do everything fighter, there's a reason it's the do everything fighter. But take a fighter, put it in the top. You have the respawn bay right there. The garage, you can put like a bike for speed if you need to, and then the Atlas. You have all that cargo. Now the cargo bay actually opens up. It is because it could do yeah, The Avenger is the do-everything fighter because it can do everything. It has good firepower, has a bed that you can log out in, it has a cargo bay that isn't completely useless. It is a good all-around multi-purpose fighter. It's just very, very large, which is how it is a good all-around multi-purpose fighter. But yeah, it's like take some kind of multi. I think a 100i. It's not a great ship, but I think those can fit in there. So take a 100 or what's the combat variant? The 125. Put it in top so you get a fighter with some usable combat capability, but still has some cargo room and space inside and isn't just a seat. So there you have the ability to go to park the Carrack and go out and do combat missions or use it as a runabout or whatever. You have some ground capability in that garage. You can fit multiple vehicles in the garage if you're not using an Ursa. You know, pick a couple smaller vehicles like maybe a SRV, is it? A little Jeep. Put an SRV, a bike, and an Atlas in there. Good to go. You have all that cargo bay that, like I said, you now have the ability to actually use. The fact that it took them so long to put the doors in the cargo bay is still a frustration. But it's now there. You just in general, you've got. Thank you for following, Susan Mendy. Much appreciated. You've now got a base ship where you can heal on, that you can supply on, you can land and go do ground missions, you can park and go out and do flight missions. It's designed to be an all-around base ship, and now it actually is. Well, okay, it always was a pretty good base ship. It's just now it has some ability for a solo pilot who's just out camping to defend themselves without having to scramble. Which is all I wanted out of it. That's all I wanted out of any base ship. So, yay! So that is the Star Citizen rambles and updates. Now what we're doing tonight is I got invited into the Neighbors Suburban Warfare, which is now going to be the game we're going to pull up and see what we could do. But before I do, as a heads up, I am going to be restarting telling the story about my isekai adventure, because it's been a while and I want to get, we're going to now set it up and do it start to finish. And I'm curious, do we want to do other types of story times? I've had multiple conversations with people now about the idea of me doing like just story time stuff. And obviously I have my own adventure that I went on to talk about. But is there something else that we could do? Like, an idea that was just floated today was the idea of me pulling up like the Beastars manga and reading it on stream for stuff. So just something to think about is, what do we think about a story time beyond just me telling the story of that adventure and hopefully actually getting to tell you guys how it ended this time. It was a big adventure, so we will be at it for a while, though. People who have no idea what I'm talking about are really confused. But yes, I went on an isekai adventure. So let's see if I can get Neighbors Suburban Warfare to play on the correct screen. That is not the correct screen. That is still not the correct screen. Settings. Yes. Video. Windowed. A to apply changes. Reaction time! You're right, I'm stupid. Thank you. Well, we got this fixed at least, so hopefully it'll appear on the correct screen this time. Let me just quickly... Hopefully it'll start up on the correct screen this time. Thank you. We do need to react. Duh, the Solstice-5 video. I hope everyone has seen the first Solstice-5 video by now. And we have from Paul Chattison, his now Solstice-5 Forgotten Archives. For those who don't know, Paul here basically had an idea and said, if I do all of this animation, will a couple of you guys help me put it together? Because as of this first Solstice-5 video, Paul is the sole animator. Paul's the only one that animated any of this. So, yeah. He's got other people to help him with making the videos, but he is the animator. So, yeah. Solstice-5 Forgotten Archives. For those of you who haven't watched the first video, why not? And the basic explanation is Solstice-5 is this super rich, super resource-rich planet that was found that they stuck an automated factory on that they then lost control of. All this factory does is consume the planet slowly and make stuff well beyond people's control. And in fact, the government that built it has now collapsed. And they're just like, well, we don't know how to turn it off. So we're just going to pretend like this isn't a problem. It's not the greatest situation. So, with that said, Solstice-5 Forgotten Archives. Turn that off. Maximum. If you would, mods, would be much appreciated. Thank you. I will give you a single free advertisement if you are a follower, and stay a follower. Otherwise, I will badmouth you to the end of time. All right. Solstice-5 Forgotten Archives. Here we go with the massive carriers built by the factory. Though I think we're getting a carrier now. We're about to see the last remnants of the once secret archive surrounding Solstice-5. A planet covered in oil that became the testing ground for humanity to push its boundaries and transcend its own limitations. All in the name of progress and energetic independence, unrestrained by moral imperatives.
When Solstice-5 was first discovered, the following truth became clear to every nation. Control the planet, control the world. The only nations with the means to aspire to such conquest were the two biggest superpowers at the time, the Continental Alliance and the Coalition. From then on, goals were clear. Race there and establish arbitrary frontiers around the most valuable oil fields before the adversary does. It became quickly transparent to the Alliance that the near total automation of the industrial complex was the only way to expand quicker than the Coalition. This endeavour was coined the Industrial Renaissance Initiative. It answered by...
Look at those. Those are just giant 3D printers. I want one.
The logistical nightmare of having to send sufficient manpower so far from Earth, and while ensuring a rapid expansion. By the year 2132, and unbeknownst to the Coalition, the Alliance's engineers started to push the boundaries of what was deemed possible. And in the process, redefined a whole industry. Eventually feeling the pressure, the Coalition followed on the same path, driven solely by the desire to outpace their rival. Both superpowers unleashed uncontrolled automation, leading...
I love... Yeah, make biggest ore extractors, looks like biggest oil rigs. I love the scale of this. It's just so massive. And it feels real because of it. So many times in science fiction, you find stuff and it's like so small, and the argument is, oh, miniaturization. It's like, but even with miniaturization, you can't actually improve throughput of whatever you're processing unless you have the space to do it. And the Solstice-5 stuff is absolutely massive, which for something with the kind of throughput they're talking about for production, it needs to be huge.
To unforeseen, absurd situations, some with catastrophic consequences. In April 2137, the Continental Alliance...
Look at that. That's 100% the kind of stuff we do.
Eager to expand. In April 2137, the Continental Alliance, eager to expand their factories, deployed a groundbreaking system called Automated Long-Range Landscape Leveling. This technology, entirely developed and managed by their central automated system.
Look at that cut. And we saw a person next to these black ones, so we now have a good personal scale for this. I love that contrast. Which, by the way, from the other video, set stuff up with zero consideration how to get in and do maintenance. Yep, that's humanity. Something else is from the previous video, which you should have watched, is all this landscaping, all this design work has been determined to have been done by some unknown alien species that can control the weather and thus control erosion in order to create these designs. But the authority declared them to be natural causes and forbade any investigation, all to justify being able to set up the factories.
Consisted in high-end technology, entirely developed and managed by their central automated system. Consisted in high-intensity photo beams precisely carving day and night to reshape the landscape at a rapid rate. Consequently, the Coalition tried to catch up on the Continental Alliances, leading to a similar technology, only much more prone to failure.
Ooh. Oh! Look at that!
We are proud of our negligible failure rate and are constantly working in reducing it even more to make
Negligible
it safer for
failure
our teams
rate.
on the ground. But we must trust the system. We must have faith in it.
Yeah. Anytime says trust the system, you know what that really means.
We must trust the system. We must have faith in it.
That's the kind of stuff Soviets say. Just
But the most efficient,
parked on the
the
square.
most destructive method was used for deep resource extraction. By the end of 2136, nuclear fracking was considered the most efficient way to facilitate deep resource extraction.
I'm sorry, what? Nuclear fracking. Nuclear. Man, I thought the nuclear engines were a bad idea. And I don't mean the nuclear enhanced. I mean the let's fire off a nuke and use the spaceship as a bullet engines. I thought those were a bad idea. We're going to nuclear frack stuff. Do you have any idea how... Yes, I'm sure that all that radioactive and very, very flammable oil won't be a problem. Oh my gosh. But look at those explosions.
Nuclear fracking was considered the most efficient way to facilitate deep resource extraction.
Oh my gosh.
There was no way to predict what a smarter system would do. We simply did not recognize that as a possible path to accomplish our goal, but the system did.
So,
Are they saying that the automated factory started nuclear fracking without telling anyone? Are they saying that the AI just said, hey, I've got stories about AIs with this kind of thinking. The AI just decided this is more efficient. I'm going to do it.
but the most efficient, the most destructive method was used for deep resource extraction. By the end of 2136, nuclear fracking was considered the most efficient way to facilitate deep resource extraction.
There was no way to predict what a smarter system would do. We simply did not recognize that as a possible path to accomplish our goal, but the system did.
Solstice-5 is far removed from Earth and its ethical concerns. Would you expect the same rules to apply on a planet devoid of any conscious animals? How do you approach questions of ecology or overproduction there? Does it even make sense to ask these questions?
200 years ago, we created a weapon powerful enough to annihilate mankind. 200 years later, we gave this power to a goddamn machine.
I'm holding my face right now, for those of you who can't. Well, I don't have my arm tracking on right now. I cannot begin to express how believable it is that an AI would decide this is a good idea. For those who don't know, my background and degree includes AI programming. I find this terrifyingly realistic from my own AI experiments, both in getting my degree and in just playing with the AIs that I have. AIs tend to prefer the direct approach when able. My biggest question from this is not why or how the AI came to this conclusion, because I am again, AIs like to draw a line from point A to point B. They don't like to go around in circles. So whatever it did to come to the decision, if I drop a nuke, it will be a lot faster, I can believe it. I don't even need to see the logic. I believe an AI came up with it. I want to know why they gave the AI the nukes to begin with. Because someone had to give the AI the nukes. And they had to give the AI the nukes for a purpose. If the purpose wasn't for nuclear fracking, which is still a wild sentence. It's just a wild term to use. What was the original purpose of the nuke? Why did the AI have nukes to begin with? All right, continuing.
We gave this power to a goddamn machine.
Your Darby, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hope tonight finds you well.
By October 2137, the overproduction of oil rigs, driven by a fragile automated system, triggered a massive surge in oil extraction. This placed immense strain on the end of the supply chain, causing havoc throughout the entire system. Both the Coalition and the Alliance found themselves exposed to unseen vulnerabilities as their infrastructures buckled under the pressure.
To be honest, a complete reset of the system might have been the right thing to do at this point. But we were never prepared to back down. We wouldn't allow it. So, we put our faith in our own creation.
By March,
How many things have been caused by the decision? Yeah, but we've already started. Why should we stop? Again, this is coming from the same people who handed an AI a nuclear capability before they had a reason for the nuclear capability.
Back down. We wouldn't allow it. So, we put our faith in our own creation.
Also, we're seeing today the problems with putting too much faith in the AI. How many people have screwed themselves over by doing that? Hello. How's day going so far? Well, day has honestly not been great, but I'm back streaming, so day is getting better by the second. I am happy to be back streaming. Hope things are going well for you.
by March 2140, automated warships were patrolling the same part of the sky above contested territories, where fracking bombs would be constantly detonated. Two fragile automated systems competing against each other with the same goals. A man-made creation upon which men had no more control, ready to fall like a house of cards.
All right. Let's, before we continue, to summarize the setup. We have two completely automated factories running by an AI that has already come to the conclusion that using nuclear bombs to frack for oil is the best plan. These two AIs have now been handed entire militaries and are competing for resources in the same spot. What do we think is going to happen? Given they are beyond human control to begin with. I'm sure we can all already see where this is going, but I gotta be sure to ask the question. Anyone want to posit a guess before I hit play? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The 13th of October 2140, what should have been another controlled nuclear detonation by the Alliance, led to the collateral destruction of 11 oil rigs, including 7 rigs from the Coalition. As a result, the Coalition's automated defence system activated, causing their nearest cruiser to open fire on the nearest Alliance ship. The conflict almost instantaneously reached a planet-wide scale, a methodical war fought by metal titans. And with
That exchange of fire was absolutely beautiful. But yeah, since it's a single eye that AI, well, it's two AIs, two competing AIs, but one AI perfection running everything. Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm at war now. Everything happens at once. Think about any time you've played an RTS on the hardest setting, how the AI just like doesn't wait for anything. It just does everything at once. That is what's happening. I gotta see that sequence again.
the 13th of October 2140, what should have been another controlled nuclear detonation by the Alliance, led to the collateral destruction of 11 oil rigs, including 7 rigs from the Coalition. As a result, the Coalition's automated defence system activated, causing their nearest cruiser to open fire on the nearest Alliance ship. The conflict almost instantaneously reached a planet-wide scale, a methodical war fought by metal titans.
The animations in this is absolutely incredible.
By the powerless men and women below, architects of their own fate. We know the oil fields kept burning for months, turning days into night. This oil, so coveted and indispensable for our survival, wasted in our effort of annihilating one another. Wasted by the entities we created, no longer in our control, following our guidelines to an absurd extreme.
After 2 decades of intense exploitation and burning of this foreign land, noticeable changes began to unfold. This is why chess games sell so poorly. Even elite world-class chess players struggle against the low settings. Yeah. It's just, as someone who has programmed the AI behind chess and other things, yeah, it's the ability to calculate thousands of potential outcomes on a low-end machine seconds using crappy college, a single crappy college PC, and it still takes seconds to calculate thousands of outcomes. Yeah, it's... And now, by that same measure, though, find one up to that lets you pit the hard AIs against each other. And it has like a history thing so you can watch how they do everything. Being able to see how they move and act is just wild. Now, you Darby, you followed. Thank you for following the rules when it comes to advertising. This is probably going to be a make or break moment. I am looking for assets. However, for solicitors, unless you're coming onto a post where I actively have asked for, hey, any artist's interest, for solicitors that just show up without a prompt, I do not pay up front. If I go to an artist, just show up one day and say, hey, I want art, it is well within their right to say, I don't know you, I don't know who you are, pay me first. If an artist shows up to me, who I've never seen, and says, give me money and I'll give you art, I'm going to want to see the art first. I think that's fair. And it's not lagging on my end. Just checking. I've got no dropped frames. I've got a steady connection. So, I'm not seeing a problem here. If it keeps going, I apologize. Someone else let me know if it's also lagging on your end. Could also just be Twitch doing their thing. I stream on a ton of different places. The links are all right there. If Twitch is a problem, there's plenty of other platforms if you want to see if they're working better.
Our guidelines to an absurd extreme.
In a matter of months, most of the planet's natural oil reserves became contaminated by a substance feeding on the crude oil. The machines, strong and relentless as life itself, unwavering in their pursuit of their goal, adapted to the situation. It is now understood that as the years went on, environment and machines shifted and adapted to one another, resulting in a new ecosystem from which humans were eventually cast away.
This oil-eating fungi caused the loss of 30% of all oil tanks.
Ooh.
Eventually, the system adjusted itself and started to flood the contaminated tanks with anti-fungi product. By 2148, 80% of the oil present on the planet was either contaminated or consumed by the system that was supposed to harvest it.
Of course! I'm betting from that statement that the antifungal product still ruins the oil. I'm betting that that's why they're saying that 80% of it's just gone now, because the tanks are flooded with antifungal product, which makes the oil useless anyways. And the machine has not been told to keep the oil useful. It has only been told to harvest and ship it. So either it's contaminated with the fungus, which is eating it, or it's contaminated with the antifungal that keeps the fungus from eating it, but renders the oil useless. And the AI doesn't care, because it's still harvesting oil like it was told to do. It's just the oil it's harvesting is pointless.
How do you reconcile this feeling with the need for mankind to expand, to progress? Solstice-5 could be an answer. Could we save our planet by exploiting another? Do we have a responsibility over the worlds we discover? Are we born to just take and transform entire worlds to our will?
Paul, you did it again. These, I'm sitting here ranting about the lore, but look at these visuals. I mean, you can really believe this stuff is happening. It looks so real. Hello? Think about this for a second. What is oil? Oil is dead living things. This planet was covered in it. There's more life on this planet than Earth to make that much oil. Think about how much had to have been on that planet and died in order to be able to create that much oil. Holy crap. That just dawned on me. Wow, holy sh... I need more Solstice-5 lore. Paul, I just want you... You don't need to do another animation. Well, I'd love to see another animation. But I'd also love to see you just sit down and tell us what's going on. This is... I love lore. I love all that kind of stuff. I want to see more of this because I like realistic sci-fi. This is incredibly realistic sci-fi, complete with all the absolutely brain-dead mistakes that a government would make. I love the concepts of factories and machines that have gotten out of control, but they're not evil. They're not, oh, I must wipe out humanity because X, Y, and Z. It is, they are doing exactly what they have been told to do, what they have been programmed to do. It's just, we never comprehended what we actually asked them to do and how they would interpret that question. This is a perfect illustration of that. Hello, thank you. That is... I need more Solstice-5 stuff. I need to see more of this stuff because, again, as someone who has done a lot of AI things, that is 100% right up my alley. And allow me to give you an example that I love to use as the AI things I've done. And yes, video link incoming. So, as part of my coursework, we had to do a study on the ever-famous 3 laws from Isaac Asimov. Alright, link should be posted. Um, haven't been here in a while. How's everyone doing? Well, I have not been here for a while either. Doing kind of but things are getting better. So, anyways, I had to do a project in the 3 laws. We had to program an AI that would operate according to the 3 laws. This was before the real rise of current LLMs. So we were working with, admittedly, a much more primitive AI, but it still illustrates the point very, very well. The 3 laws are: a robot will not harm a human. A robot will attempt to defend itself unless it interferes with the first law. A robot will follow all directives from humans unless it interferes with the second and first law. And those are the 3 laws of robotics according to Isaac Asimov. It is actually impossible to properly and appropriately program these into a robot. That's not how robotic logic works. In the movie, not the book, did I accidentally swap the second and third? Sorry. Okay, reverse those. Don't harm humans, do as you're told unless you harm humans. Protect yourself unless you were told otherwise and harming humans. My bad. Anyways, in the movie, but not the book, because iRobot is very different between the movie and the book. We see an instance where there's a link to the server on my solo. Stick to the server, please. Anyways, just adjusting a little bit. In the movie, there's an instance where a robot has to choose between saving the police officer and saving a little girl. And it chooses the police officer because he has a better chance of surviving. And that makes the police officer pretty bitter. And we kind of ended up using that decision making as we worked our way through the fact that the 3 laws just aren't going to work. So we had to throw 3 laws out almost immediately. And we focused heavily on basically that and how to, as a key example, and how do you interpret human life in general to protect it. And the way we had to do it was so stone cold logical in a way that a lot of people really hate to think about things. We had to assign a value to everything, and that includes people. It was the only way to get the AI to think the way, or not to think the way we wanted it to. That was the point. The AI did not think the way we wanted it to, but it created the outcomes that we wanted it to create. Human life was given a fairly high value, and children, babies, adolescents, had a higher value than adults. You start off with a really high value, and it would slowly diminish, and then when you became an adult, it would diminish more, and you could increase your value by doing stuff like contributing to society and things, but technically, as an adult, you were always working against that steady diminish, which would mean that even though a robot had a lower chance of saving the life of a child than an adult, it would still attempt to save the child first. Because the child held that much more value. Now, there would be situations where there would be an issue with this. Someone who was just on the verge of curing cancer and only needed, by calculations, a little bit longer would be saved in order because that potential value was that high. But otherwise, the potential value through children, because they could literally change the world, we don't know yet, was super, super high. And so that was how we had to do it. And we had to institute other safeguards so that the AI wouldn't do things like become very Matrix-like and be like, ooh, human farms. More humans equal more points. So we had to implement safeguards to where, no. Freedom is very, very important. Do not do... Freedom cannot be taken away. That criminals, particularly violent criminals, points go down, and since they have the high potential of removing the potential points from the system of other people, like if a mugger shoots an innocent person, that's bad. Because not because that's bad, because it's morally bad, but because if the mugger kills that person, the mugger removes the value that person is creating. And this got into, this became a very deep rabbit hole very, very quickly in terms of trying to create safeguards. But it was the only way, and to my knowledge, it's still the only, it's one of those, it's an awful system, but all the other ones are worse type situations in terms of being able to create an AI not that thinks the way we want it to, but creates the outcomes that we want it to, as I said before. Because trying to create an AI that thinks the way we want it to puts it on such a knife edge of understanding. And we're seeing this even with LLMs, that they can often replicate on a basic level what we want, but they're so easy to get to act in ways we don't want them to act, or if they had real control, are just outright dangerous. That it's just like, I'm not entirely sure if I want to trust an entire system to a machine that thinks this way. Because it's so easy to break. And that is the one thing, is our system was once, we had to watch out for it thinking the wrong way and needing to be fixed. But generally speaking, it was very difficult to break. It was extremely difficult to break. Just because of the fact that it operated on this cold, logical, march forward type mentality of, these are the results, and these are the things that are good and bad for getting these results. Therefore, I must act in this way. But of course, this all comes back to the fact that in order to get to that point, you have to make some very dark decisions. Just the fact that it requires assigning human life value is such, you've got to put a number to a person. Is such a dark, brutal, and unforgiving mentality. That I do not know that anyone trying to create an AI that will truly implement any kind of system would be willing to bring themselves to do so. Because we were doing this purely from an experimental point of view. This was all within the mind of a big network computer. It wasn't connected to anything. It didn't actually affect anything. We just fed it scenarios and it spat out answers just to see what would happen. But I don't think anyone could bring themselves to do this, both because of the cold logic that's required for it, and because if anyone finds out that they have been placed into a system that thinks this way, they are going to be very, very unhappy. I mean, think about it. How would you respond to being told that you have been placed in a system that has you've been placed in a system that has assigned a number value to you and your contributions to society? Blue. All right, so that's just one example of my own personal experiences with AIs and the crippling existential threat of what it would take to make them work the way we want them to. Let's do something happy. Neighbors Suburban Warfare. Which is an upcoming like Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, hero shooter type thing. But instead of heroes or soldiers or mercenaries or whatever, you're basically two HOAs at war with each other. Darn it! You're supposed to pop up on this screen now. Alright, I'm gonna have to move it over again. There we go. I did see, yep, field of view. Excuse you, I wish for a wide field of views. Oh, I didn't know that you could link this game to Twitch. Give me a sec. I'm just gonna do that quick. Please remember me. Okay, two-factor authentication. Authorize. Thank you. You're gonna close this window. All right, let's move it over again. We're now connected to Twitch. I don't actually know what that will affect. But we are now connected to Twitch. I assume this is just going to be your regular average. Let me swap mouses. There we go. Welcome to the neighborhood. Our experience by playing games. Yep, that's checks out. Welcome to the open beta, neighbor. The gates of neighbor suburban warfare are wide open, everyone. Really? Because it said invite. It said I was on invite, and on my regular account, it was request access. Huh. Enjoy the suburban dream. Trim your hedges, relax in your cozy home, or take matters in your own hands when the neighbors get on your nerves. Invite your friends to settle disputes and see who truly runs the neighborhood. If you like the game, wish us the game, and spread the word. We want your feedback. Join our Discord, share your thoughts, and help us fine-tune the game. What's your favorite strategy? Most satisfying sabotage? Let us know. Thank you for being part of this journey. We'll see you in Hartsville. So, before we jump into the game, and we're actually closing in on... middle of break time. Let us just look around and see what we have. Right, that's the news. Neighbors, we have Chad. Chad is the embodiment of the expression looks can be deceiving, as they say in the streets. The only thing bigger than Chad's biceps is a love for cooking. People just assume he is an everyday bully due to the sheer size and athletic build. However, Chad is as far from a bully as they come. He loves tending to the small things in life and keeps everything around him looking pretty. Vacuum cleaner, hybrid damage item that can shoot ranged projectiles and deliver heavy melee blows. Overdrive vacuum, activates strong vacuum that draws in objects. Doreen! Few things in life are as heartwarming as Doreen's smile. She's a favorite amongst the neighborhood kids. She always has a little something for them. However, hidden beneath her sincere exterior is a tough old lady that could take a beating and give an even bigger one. Melee boxing gloves, melee damage item that delivers swift blows and knocks back enemies. Fury Rush, grow huge, delivering devastating blows with the boxing gloves. Gramps. Gramps, or Grumps as the kids have started to call him because he is always grumpy, can turn even the brightest smiles upside down. If negativity could be contained and used as fuel, Gramps would never have to complain about the gas prices again. However, for some reason, he is always first on sight when a kid falls and scrapes a knee, openly complaining about the youth's carelessness these days while tending their injury. He's Dr. McCoy. You can be sure he only leaves when he knows they will be okay. Mid-range support item that could be used to heal your fellow neighbors. Bring back... Yes, heroes never die is his ability. Bring back your felled neighbors with some medical magic. Oh my gosh. Kim! Kim is extremely intelligent. In fact, so intelligent she hides this fact from most people around her. People tend to generally underestimate her for this reason, assuming she is just a pretty face. Wrench, hybrid item that can be thrown to deliver heavy blows or used to repair damaged structures. Oil turret. Deploy a home-built oil turret that blinds enemies and deals light damage. Wait, it's not a melee weapon, it's a thrown weapon? Kevin! Oh, he's based on that, Kevin. Alright. Kevin, the neighborhood's worst member and mischief's best friend. The trusty slingshot in hand, this pint-sized troublemaker delights in playful pranks, often leaving a trail of annoyance in his wake. Slingshot, range damage item that shoots swift projectiles, and grappling hook. Shoot out a grappling hook that pulls you towards its destination. What? Okay. PA, or I guess Pa? I don't know. On Harmony Lane, PA resides. He is a daredevil extraordinaire with a passion for cannons and daring feats. He is known for jaw-dropping stunts, defy gravity, and ignite excitement. Whether launching from cannons or conquering death-defying challenges, PA is the epitome of adrenaline-fueled adventure, leaving the neighborhood in awe of his fearless spirit. Range damage item used to dive in and out of fights, dealing damage in your path. I think this is saying that he's the projectile. Launches PA, yep, he's the projectile. Skyward before gravity takes effect, crashing down with a devastating ground pound. Mary Jean likes to break undetected into the neighbor's house to sniff out juicy gossip. Knitting bag, utility item, contain all the stealthy tools for picking locks and escaping enemies. Echolocation, tune into the latest gossip, revealing enemy locations to you. Louis! Oh no. Louis' love affair with fireworks ignited in childhood on Harmony Lane. Amid skepticism, he pursued his passion, mastering pyrotechnics. Through his spectacular displays, Louis transformed from a mere enthusiast to a revered figure, lighting up the neighborhood with joy, wonder, and the occasional nightmares. Remotely activated firework box, excellent for area control and big splashes of damage. Firecracker, throw a firecracker, blinding foes and reversing their controls. Hillside Villa, a slightly raised house. Hope the ground doesn't give way. Evergreen Residence. Sun always lands nicely on its residence, giving it a nice faded look. Goodwill Manor. For the family is everything except humility. I don't know. Is this a Danish game? The Twitter that I'm followed is Japanese. I'm gonna look this up. Neighborhood, suburban warfare. Doesn't look like the main invisible walls. Invisible Walls is based in Denmark. All right, we have an answer. So, don't have access to finances, don't have access to profile. Let's do the tutorial, then we're gonna take a break, then we're gonna come back and play it for real. How about that? No? Okay. Still Sweden and Denmark at war. Oh my gosh, it is. Look, I'm taking the long way to the garage. Appreciate the toilet is essential. Yeah. Why can I not pet the dog? It is crucial to defend your property using traps, identify weak points, and protect them from intruders. Locate and fetch 3 bear traps in the garage. Dominator, oh my gosh. Open your inventory with E and equip the bear traps. Then deploy. Equip your boxing gloves and knock out dummies. Upgrading your fence windows make it more difficult for intruders. Upgrading costs money and requires a hammer. Upgrade 2 windows. Oh my god. Oh, cool. Okay, so you can also just call to do this. Oh, right click. Locate and break the resource pile in the construction yard to reveal the resources. Gotta hit the right buttons. Love thy neighbor. Yeah, sure. In a game where the strategy is neighbors at war with each other, I don't think love thy neighbor is a great... Gotta get used to the different kind of speed bump here. That it's a boost, not an actual just regular run. You can't really go through doors and stuff at the same time. Don't go on the offensive. Go wreck the neighbor's fence. Break a window and get inside their house. Oh my gosh. What? Is that supposed to happen? Nighttime, each home is guarded by a dog. Use that. Oh, the dog got me. Knocked out, players respawn in the house after a short while. Okay. Purchase some barricade. Purchase 3 barricades in the defensive tab of the shop. Some items are deployed with 2 interactions. Press once, then press again. Different location to deploy the item. Those 2 windows were upgraded, so I guess... Lighting a fire in the living room will deal damage to players coming down the... Oh my gosh. Oh my... Order a sledgehammer. Locate and open the package to pick up the sledgehammer. Oh my gosh. Start the finally attack. Go back. Oh my god. So wait, can I not go through the regular gate? No, I cannot. Okay. Oh. Sledgehammer to destroy the door. Ah, so it is immune to the other weapons. Yeah, this is very Acme. In the game, destroy all the essentials. I feel like the stove is a significantly more important thing to destroy than the TV. Sure, go back main menu. Up to it knows many who are more saddened by a not working TV than us. Okay, fair. Alright, I'm gonna take a short break and I'll be back. I know what I kind of knew that this game would be wild getting into it. But this is still something else. Alright. I will... No one wants to see a busted toilet. True. The toilet, of all the 3 things, the toilet is absolutely the worst thing to lose. I will be back shortly. I think I'll put on like some Stardew music for you to listen to in the meantime. Okay, I return. Can't wait for the update where it's revealed these fights are instigated by an investor who wants to buy the land. Oh my gosh. Yep. Everyone, take a slow turn to California, please. And this is getting everyone upset, so no one wants to live here. Yep. Everyone, take a slow turn to California, please. Alright, give me a sec to get myself put back together. Give us retweets. Okie dokie. Here we go. Quick play, standard 4x4 game, servers, open a list of available servers to navigate and join. Host a game, start a lobby on your own, either local or public. I'm not going to worry about these too much tonight, but if this means that you can do local hosting instead of being completely dependent on external servers, I am here for it. I love it when games do that, so that it's not like, oh, well, we ran out of server money, we're dead. This game that you've played and probably spent money on is no longer relevant. No, I'm going to host my own server and continue playing this amazing game you bought. Of course, given this is the beta, I might actually have to do the server thing. I don't know. No, never mind. I'm actually going to switch to Chad, even though I have no practice with him. Because we've already got a ton of Doreens. Oh, there's no Kims. Maybe we should do the Kim. Oh, sorry. basic start, but it is a start. And I'm a utility, so might as well do utility duties. Okay, a hammer.
You don't have your ult yet. I know your weakness.
Can I attack, please? Oh, my attacks are like crappy.
Hey, let me know if you can find a crowbar. You can hit middle mouse click to spawn stuff.
Ironically, the hammer will be a better attack for me.
I got one.
Also, apparently people have voice chat. I do not. Aha! Oh right, I have a turret. Where's the door? Right, turret. Okay! You can get run over. Sure. Let's see if we can do sneakies. I need a better breaking in weapon.
Good job, Granny.
Thank you.
Oh my god, my accuracy is horrible.
Aha! Oh wait. Aha! Defend us, turret!
What the hell just killed me?
And the dog now got us. And the turret's still gonna sit there and be a pain. I'm proud of my work so far. someone who has no idea what they're doing. Nope. So places to do repairs. No, I'm just gonna be that guy. Nope, I am just here to be that guy. Aha, what are you? Hey, you might want to work on your ability to target that. So, tin can trap A. Oh, wrong one. I am a support, I'm not really an attacker, so I'm going to kind of focus on this kind of stuff. Oh. Did I actually hit someone? Oh, I thought I saw someone. I did!
Right, Mr. No. Take dead.
Okay. I like how the main reason why things aren't happening faster in this game is because none of us have any idea what we're doing. We're just kind of guessing our way through this. Really, you haven't fixed the door yet? Save me, turrets! Save me! Ah, I'm on a trap! Okay, they got me. Kirby has had enough of your nonsense. And yes, I should probably buy a sledgehammer. Well, that's interesting. There we go. Offense. Demolition. Okay. Saw. Offense. Strong against players. Order a pie delivery to your neighbor's face. We fed the bird laxatives and placed a mind control helmet on its head. Okay, how much money do I have? Let's get... Oh, that's probably us. Oh, did we win? We won. Okay. Yeah, that game was only as slow as it was because I don't think any of us have quite figured out this game yet. But yay, we won. What do we have? Kills 2... Ooh, Volta was our most effective. I think Volta's also the one that saved me. 7 assists, though. 2 destructions. Yay! I counted! No, wait. No, oh, no, that's deaths. Sorry, 2 deaths. Okay. Still. Yay! I counted for something. Dodo Bird Strike is still... Doodoo Bird Strike is still some convention. They have no Kim. They can't fix the door. Just... You're right! They didn't have a Kim. I was the only person playing as Kim! So 7 assists. I only died twice. But my constant fixing and reinforcing probably contributed a lot, even though it wasn't very exciting. Okay. What is happening? Okay. So far, these look like the only things that can be purchased. But finances and profile are not there yet. Of course, we're in beta, so, you know. We don't have the whole menu. So I guess note is, even if it's not exciting, if you want to win, always try to give the team a well-balanced, team. I'm probably going to be playing as Kim a lot. Okay, so it's us 4 versus those 4. I'm gonna... Right, that's 3 offense. We need a healer and we need a repairer. No, characters are earned through positions, I guess. I think the repairer is probably more important. If someone could pick a healer, that would be great. But they are all offense, so they're not repairing either. That's got to be an ancient Steam name if they managed to get a normal name. I mean, an ancient Steam account. Well, already seeing a piece of feedback. They need a ready timer. They need a ready timer. So that someone can't just sit there and do that. What are these? Yeah, that's got to be like a really old Steam account. Like, Zyfax is unique enough that I can generally get the name just because no one uses it, but Anthony is a normal name. Alright, let's be smart and get a demolition thing early. Deploy on the ground, shoot your neighbors far away. That seems like a good place for it. Ooh, bear traps. We do like bear traps. How did no one else grab the bear traps? I've deployed 3 traps so far. They've now gotten barricades. What the heck, guys? Clean up stains, push players away, and heal your mates. Ooh! Oh. Oh, we've already lost people. This is technically range, so I'm keeping it out as my first weapon, but... Of course, I could have gotten one for free. Well, the resource box is already taken. Am I just sneaking around for nothing? Probably. That would be my luck. But maybe we can open a secret path. Okay, well, you didn't notice me, so we're gonna continue on our path. I think Chem mentally implies certain we can build it, they could suffer. True. Very, very boring, but hopefully very, very sneaky. I still love that you can get people run over with the vans. That's just... that's such a hilarious thing. Ah! Oh, the dog got me! I've been gotten by the dog in both games now. But I also got the stove. Uh-huh. Both games and the that's true. Both games and the tutorial. Can I not repair this? Can this not be fixed? Oh, that's not good. Uh-oh. I don't think that's fixable. Wait, no, hold on. That is fixable. I know how to fix that. Duh. Oh, come on. Really? Oh, that's so stupid. Alright, where'd the other granny go? Alright, I guess we're doing concertina wire. Enjoy. I'm assuming that was the drive-by. Okay, can I board up something that is... No. No. Darn it! Oh, wait, now I'm inside. Now I can do stuff like this. Ah! Uh-oh. Aha! Okay, so once it's completely destroyed, I guess you can't do something. Seriously? Hammer does more damage to players. Oh, wait a minute. Duh. Does this work? No? You can't repair these? Hmm. What are you what? All right. The good news is we're still even. The bad news is we're pretty light on defenses. Alright, dog will do us a lot of good. Let's take the concertina wire. Doesn't solve the problem, but it sure makes it a lot harder for them. They will probably try here, so we'll just do that. Okay, so that, I think, closes off most things. Alright, where'd they get in? Through here, probably. So, I'm gonna reset that and deploy my last... Oh no, I have another concertina one. Okay. Which way to the garage again? There we go. Okay. Oh. The last thing we have... What is the last thing we have? What hasn't been destroyed yet? Hold on, what of ours hasn't been destroyed yet? Oh! Duh, this. And then... Okay, so we have an opening here that I can't do anything about without abandoning it. Oh wait, did we just win? We just won, okay! Do you think she didn't do you think the concertina wire confused her and she didn't even realize that it was there? 1 kill, 2 assists, 2 deaths. Not a very exciting game for me, obviously. Because it was like, it's right there. Why are you not... Why are you not going for the last thing that you need? You definitely could outfight me. But, I mean, like, there's concertina wire, there's a turret. Maybe? I'm going to go back and reread the powers to make sure I have some idea of what's going on. So that's both a melee weapon and a ranged weapon, as well as the ability to pull objects to you. Melee damage and more melee damage. Heal and revive. Throw or repair. As well as the oil. Oh, I got a perk now I can use. Health means everything, giving high damage at high health and low damage on low health. Did anyone else have perks? Ooh. Ooh! Oh. Okay. So this is where you buy better weapons. Handy Mento from Racing Days. Kim keeps a trusty wrench around. Tool of all trades, both repairing fences and knocking out annoying neighbors. Guarantee you get any project done in record time. So we have a speed versus capability, I guess. Okay. Look, you know me, the fox is kind of... Okay, well, she only has one perk, so we're gonna go with fitness. Okay, okay. I'm starting to see. I don't think yeah, I haven't done anything with any of these guys, so no other unlocks. What do they have for outfits and weapons? Oh. Of course. Sure. Oh no. Oh, those are mean. A mime? We're really doing that? Okay. I was wondering about the money being like, what are we spending it on besides those 2 houses? I have our answer. I hope someone else picks Kim so that we can look at the other stuff. Oh my gosh. But I do feel like having a Kim on the team is probably useful, and I also feel like I'm probably the only person that will pick Kim. What was this called? Oh. Okay, so yeah, there's more in here than I thought. Though I'm still curious about the finances and profile tabs that we don't have yet. As well as the relevance of the homes. I'm not entirely sure what the relevance is of these. Bigger house, more, but but I haven't seen a place for that to have an effect in the game. We just like kind of get the house that it gives us. Oh, okay. We appear to be in trouble. What is happening? I think the game is now glitched out. Yeah, you go ahead and kill me. The game appears to have glitched out. Because it stopped responding to my mouse, I couldn't pick up the crowbar, I had no equipment, I didn't even get to pick a character. Which I guess if it drops you in mid-game, yeah, it'll just tell you what to do, but still. I still cannot move my mouse. Why is there an oil driller in the middle of our... Sure. I managed to get it back. I had to, of all things, restart my mouse, which I know the mouse wasn't the problem, because the mouse is light up. Okay. I imagine this is going to get pretty brutal. Aha! Well, that didn't work great, but it did technically achieve something. And I guess I carried the football forward for someone else to grab the jackhammer. Yep, 2 kills, and whoever has that mic chat, you need a better mic. Violence was the answer. It was. Now, I admit to being a little bit iffy. On this game. In terms of how... Well, you know what? It's in beta and it feels like it's in beta, but at the same time, it could be way worse. And some of it might just be getting used to this kind of game. No! Wait, yes! I thought they killed me! I won! I won! I won the game! I had no idea what I was doing, but I won the game. I am taking credit for that win because I destroyed 2 objects. And I guess that doesn't count as a win because I came in partway through? Yeah, if I'm going to be an attacker, I think I would prefer Chad over Granny. Though, once again, everyone wants the offensive characters. Think you earned the... Oh, did I earn the Kid Sniper? I'll have to try that in the next match, unfortunately. Yeah, if someone else would pick Kim, I would appreciate it. Well, okay, maybe the fact that we have offense and they don't might change some things. No, okay, they got offense. There's a giant dog poo behind him. I wonder, can I just deploy the turret? Does the turret just get destroyed when I deploy it?
Hey everyone, are we doing this or what?
Oh my gosh, why does no one have a good mic?
Oh yeah, we're doing this.
Hey, you sound pretty cool, bro. Where you from?
Oh, thanks, man. I'm from.
You know what?
I'm from New
We're
York.
going Looney Tunes.
Me too.
Okay.
Bacon, egg, and cheese.
Oh shit, you getting the bigger than cheese from the. Oh.
Alright, any other supplies that's just lying around to take advantage of? I forgot to check if the garage had anything in it. Darn it.
Fuck, bud.
Okay, a hammer. Any boards? A mop. Oh, there's some boards.
Going in for the delivery.
Okay.
Okay, we got the packages.
This, I'm just...
This lady didn't even. Oh, she's coming at me now. Oh shit. We're going to call the cops.
Ha! Oh!
Oh my god!
I can't believe I didn't get run over there. Aha!
Oh shit!
Are you good over there? I'm getting my ass whooped. You're gonna get me whooped. Come here.
Okay. Yeah, that was someone talking about me, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, don't tell them anything. Don't tell them anything.
Oh, they're back!
Don't ever try to touch me again, girl.
I'm gonna back up! Oh, they put the shit down!
Get away from me, you little whippersnapper. Hit these niggas with something.
Oh, she in the kitchen, dog!
I'm gonna need to turn that off.
They're in the kitchen!
God damn, old fucks.
How'd she get in?
Get off of there, bitch.
Yeah, the radish deflection was pretty
Oh,
good.
should I use my by accident?
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, there's a mystery box on the street. I'm gonna get it real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. So bye.
You got like a med kit as the old man.
I'm gonna need to figure out how
I will
to
blow and
turn
huff
off
and
the voice
puff
chat.
your whole crib. You going? Come here. I'm sucking you. Come here. Where you going?
But I do appreciate that I had the entire
Where you going?
team panicking about me.
I'm coming in there and I'm gonna fucking hit you. No, you don't hear it. You don't see me. Stop fixing it. Oh, fuck. I need assistance.
Nah, you don't need assistance.
Yep, they're taking our resources. Where are we? Where am I? Who's throwing bombs? Yo, there's an old fuck over here. Crack this old fuck. Come here. Where you going? Where you going?
Close the door!
Oh, my suck didn't work. We did have two with the oil wells. I'm about to take their thing. Hold on.
Alright, do we have any other damage?
Alright, what you doing, old farts? Eat that. Oh, what's that? I didn't know the dog could go outside.
Yeah, it's monetizing
I
nightmares.
drink water. Damn, my breath's hot. Yo, I ordered a thing, catapult. Alright, holy poop! Yeah, there's supplies.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to turn off the chat.
You better not be getting supplies over here. Yo, get that catapult.
Can't fix what ain't there. Oh.
Yeah, it's like, no one ever has a good quality
Yeah.
mic that plays these games.
Beat her ass.
Hold on, we're setting up. Grab that catapult. I got you, Missy. Set the shit up real quick. Where's their crab at? The red one, right? Nah, that's just the fight that user. I'm gonna get a saw real quick.
Well, at least they have to deal with my turret.
Y'all ever heard of the Battle of Alamo? Yeah, you got that right, bud.
Woo! 3 points! Oh, wait. Oh, we won. Okay. I contributed little to that one. But seriously, why is everyone using, like, a $4 mic from 1995 when you play these games? $4 mic was good money. Fair. I don't know if I want to even spend credits on this because it's like I still don't know what the house actually does for me. Did I get anything else? No. Yeah, I don't like how no one uses a good quality mic, so it just sounds terrible. But 2, since I am streaming, it's like, I do not need someone to say something that will get me banned. This team seemed very uneven for a minute there. Yeah, thankfully it was distorted and difficult to hear, but it was like, would you people stop, please? I generally don't actually care about the language used around me, but I am streaming. Also, why on earth couldn't I hold the button? Like, I had to click my way down there. I couldn't just hold the button and have it go down. Okay. All right. What? Stop! Don't! I am not turning it back on. Go away, and you shut up. Ow. Where is... the barricade? I'm gonna assume they have the other lootables and just take off. Why is it always... put the box in the thing? Well, at least they're dumb enough to do the same thing. Ow. Ooh. Oh, come on! You're all idiots! I probably should have just deployed the turret and called it a day. Ooh, you can parry with the frying pan. I think I just narrowly avoided getting run over. it is getting dark, so I'm gonna leave that bit of chaos and not get eaten by the dog this time. 3 points! Ow! No, I will die at night. You were killed by standing in the middle of the road like a moron. Enjoy. No. Curses. Ah, crap. That's not good. Barricades. All right. There's a lot of game. Thank you. I leave you with this problem. Well, that door isn't getting closed again, at least. I was also just thinking, the slower pace of this game can also be partially explained by the fact that we're a bunch of random HOA members fighting each other. It's not like we know what we're doing or anything. Ah! Yeah, we're not heroes or mercenaries or soldiers or anything. We're a bunch of neighbors that got mad at each other. So the slower pace of this game does make sense from that perspective. Doors cannot be upgraded. They can be repaired. You just jump in front of... I almost jumped in front of the van and managed to get out of the way in time. There's so many turrets. Ow. We haven't destroyed anything so far, darn it. Find a stick, see if we can distract that. Maybe. Okay. All right. Would you stop? Here's an idea. When you get the boxes, put them in the place where you put the boxes. For pity's sake. Okay, they still haven't fixed this. Still haven't fixed this. I should not have gotten through that much of the stove. Yeah, I have concerns about who I'm playing with right now. I'm playing a support, and I'm clearly not good at the game. But right now I feel like I'm probably the most effective player. Sure. One kill, 5 assists, 6 deaths, but I single-handedly destroyed 2 out of the 4 things and helped with the other 2. And I'm the only person that opened a path to them. What was that game? And then everyone was like, oh right, how we win the game. Alright, well, I finally got Kevin. But it is about time to end the stream. I have mixed feelings on this game. The concept is obviously hilarious. It's just, like I said, it's just a neighborhood gets angry and fights each other. I'm iffy on I don't know if the issue is the fact that no one, including myself, knows what they're doing. Which, you know, makes sense as far as an issue for a game that's just in its opening beta. Like I said, the fact that no one knows what the fact that in-game no one knows what they're doing makes sense for it to be a little bit slower. But yeah, I'm just, I don't know. The concept is iffy. The concept is great, excuse me. I love the collection of characters that they've thrown together. It just feels, even with the slowness, it just feels sluggish. Plus, of course, and it may just be not enough people are playing, not enough people understand the objective of the game. A little bit like, why am I the only one trying to actually achieve our objective? But again, that may just be the fairly low player count. That may not be anything. That may not be caused by anything relevant. Woodworking. You're familiar with tools of construction. Allows you to deal more damage to structures, but less to players. Thus far, as the only person playing Kim and the only person trying to actually do things, this makes sense. But yeah, we'll have to see where this game goes. Like I said, the concept is hilarious. The game just doesn't feel like it measures up to the amount of hilarity this should be, but I don't know. That might just be me. And admittedly, I'm going into things today pretty low energy. For now, though, I thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for returning. It's good to be back. I will see you in the next stream. I hope you all have a great weekend, and be safe.